Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy, Yami Family, and here we are with my first deck profile. So, a deck profile is pretty much when someone showcases their deck, and pretty much I explain to you guys why I'm using what I'm using, and yeah, and pretty much just show you guys how this deck works. I mean, it's Exodia. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of Exodia decks, but what I think makes mine a little bit different is that everybody's always showing you guys decks that are in Master Duel, and sometimes they have like 3 Upstart Goblins when you can't really do that in the actual game. So this one is, I would say this is the best competitively and like in real life. So yeah guys, let's go ahead and get into it and I'll show you guys what we got going on here. And then I have a side deck as well that we could switch up the strategy if one strategy doesn't work. So yeah guys, let's go ahead and start off with our monsters. So our main deck, and of course we have the 5 pieces of Exodia, the left arm, the right leg, the left leg, and that's that. Then we move on to the Royal Magical Library. This card is very special because of the effect that it has. Each time you or your opponent activates a spell card, put 1 counter, and then you can remove 3 spell counters from this card and draw 1 card. So we're running 3 of these. We're gonna be running the Toon Blue Eyes. This is because we're gonna have Toon Table of Contents, which are free spell cards. So I think those are pretty good. So that's our Toon Blue Eyes. And then we have this pendulum monster called Ankamalfrite. I don't know exactly how to say that, but pretty much this is a Upstart Goblin. You put on your pendulum scale and it says you can destroy this card, then draw 1 card. And then you can only use this effect once per turn. So we're only going to be running 1 of those, or else we would be having 3 of them for sure. So those are for our monsters. Moving on, we have our spells. Also guys, check these sleeves out. I got them like 2 weeks ago, or last week I think, over at Simply Unlucky over in Modesto. I don't live in Modesto, but we went to Modesto, and I wanted to go to that shop for a while, and it was honestly really nice in there. So shout out to my boys over at Simply Unlucky. Yeah, really amazing store, gotta say. And I don't go to a lot of stores and the one that I do go to right here in Fresno is not that nice. No offense. Anyways, so moving on to our spells. So these are going to be our limited cards. So we can only have 1 of these, 1 copy of each. So this is Upstart Goblin, Into the Void. Pretty much. So Upstart Goblin, your opponent gains 1,000 and you draw 1. Into the Void, if you have 3 or more cards, draw 1 card. But during the end phase, discard your entire hand. So yeah, hopefully they don't have anything that goes against that one. Anyway, so draw 3. So draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. For the rest of this turn, your opponent takes no damage, and during the end phase, send your entire hand to the graveyard. You can only activate once per turn this card, and you cannot special summon. So that's Card of Demise. This is 1 Day of Peace, guys. It's each player draws 1, and neither player takes damage until the end of your opponent's next turn. And then lastly, we have Terraforming. This is our last limited card. This one just lets you get a field spell. Moving on, we have Dark Factory of Mass Production. So target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, add those targets to your hand. This is very important because we have a card called Magical Stone Excavation, and this one pretty much discard 2 cards and target 1 spell card in your graveyard, add that to your hand. We're running 2 of these, and pretty much if we have a spell card that we want to reuse, and maybe we discard a piece of Exodia, we want to get those cards back. So yeah, so next up we have Gold Moon Coin. Add 2 cards from your hand to your opponent's hand, then draw 2 cards. Pretty good. And then we have Pot of Duality. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 of them to your hand, then shuffle the rest back into your deck. And we can only activate 1 of these once per turn. And that was pretty good. Moving on, we have double summon. If we have 2 royal magical libraries on the field, that's more draws that come to that benefit us. So yeah, anyway, so next up we have Hidden Armory. This is a card that I got from the Grand Creators, I believe, and pretty much it's pretty good. It says send the top card from your deck to your graveyard and add 1 equipped spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So let's say we have, you know, one of our bamboo swords in our graveyards, we get to have that card back. And that's why we also have the Dark Factory, because what if we send a Exodia piece, you know, we got to get that card back. Yeah, so then we're going to be running 3 pseudo space. This card, I mean, honestly guys, I think you could use whichever field spell, because you could place one, and then if you have all 3 in your hand, you could just take them off and put the next one, and take them off and put the next one. These are just free spell counters on your royal magical libraries. Then we have Dark World Dealings. So this says each player draws 1 card, and each player discards 1 card. So I don't know how I feel about these, honestly. I mean, obviously you want to have all 5 pieces of Exodia by any means, but I would try not to use those if you have like your golden bamboo swords or different alternatives to drawing cards, just because you're giving your opponent the chance to draw an Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler, you know, and you just don't want that to happen. So then we have the bamboo sword going on, the broken bamboo sword. It's just an equip spell. And then we have cursed bamboo sword. So this, you can target one other bamboo sword you control, return it to your hand, and if you do, the equip monster can attack your opponent directly. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 bamboo sword from your deck to your hand. So if this is sent to the graveyard, you can either get broken bamboo sword or golden bamboo sword, which allows you to draw 2 cards if you control another bamboo sword. So we're running 3 of these as well. And then we have Magical Mallet, classic card right here. Shuffle any number of cards into your deck, then draw that same number of cards. This is good like for the beginning if you don't have Royal Magical Library or something like that. You could try to get it. And we're running 2 of these. And lastly, guys, we're gonna have 3 Tomb Table of Contents. And yeah, so pretty much the way this deck works, guys, is you want to get Royal Magical Library in the beginning of your first turn, and pretty much just activate spells until you draw Exodia. So yeah, this is gonna be the main deck, guys. It's pretty funny because I like to run an extra deck. So we have Code Talker, Linkerbell, number 41, and Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. So these cards, honestly, I just have them here for fun and just to kind of throw our opponent off. And we have some Eevee sleeves on these because I ran out of Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves. But yeah, so we're gonna be running this just to throw off our opponent. We're gonna have our deck and then our extra deck, and they're gonna be like, this is not an Exodia deck, you know? And let's say we activate Upstart Goblin. That way they can use their Ash like really early on, or they can use like their effects early on, and they don't allow it. And, like, you know, we just throw them off. They're not gonna think that we're running Exodia. So yeah, so this is our our extra deck and our main deck. And now moving on to our side deck, guys. So I do have a side deck. Just bear with me, guys. It is a side deck, and I just think there's alternatives to playing this deck, you know, and I just want to share that with you guys. So we're gonna be running 3 Blue Eyes. So here we have this Blue Eyes, this super jacked up Blue Eyes I've had for a long time, and this Blue Eyes. The reason we have this is because we also have a card named Trade In, which we'll use to trade in Blue Eyes for draw 2. So here's Whitestone, a Legend. Pretty much if we send this card to the graveyard, we can add 1 Blue Eyes from our deck to our hand, and we're only going to be having 2 of these. Next we have Pyre Raise Map. So this is really cool because we could swap 2 cards out of here for this card, which allows us to, instead of using Magical Mallet or something, we could use this card which allows us to add a monster with 0 attack from our deck to our hand. But we have to have our life points, and after adding that to our hand until the next turn this card was activated, you cannot activate the added monster's effect until you normal summon that monster. So pretty much just summon it, and then you'll keep drawing cards. Then we have 3 trade-ins. Obviously, trade in our Blue Eyes and draw 2. We have the other Magical Mallet, so this makes all 3. And then I've had this card for a while and I wanted to add it. It's called Reload. Pretty much add your entire hand to your deck and then shuffle it and then draw the same number of cards. Kind of like Magical Mallet, but instead of having the choice of putting specific cards, you put your whole card. You put your whole hand into your deck. Then I have Spell Absorption. This card is just pretty good because if we activate it and then we activate 30 spells, we're gonna be getting 500 points for each of those. So that's pretty good. And we have Monster Reborn, just in case we have a Blue Eyes in the graveyard, we could summon that. And then Gold Sarcophagus, just to send, like, let's say we have Toon Blue Eyes in our hand already, or let's say we have like a card that we're not gonna, let's say we have Pyre's Map and we used it already, and we have our Royal Magical Library, we could just send the other one, we could banish it, and we get rid of another card in our deck. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the side deck. Honestly, side decks for this deck, I feel like I don't know, I guess you don't really need it because you're supposed to make the best version of Exodia already, which is this right here, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle these cards and let's do we're gonna test it out, see what happens. Alright, so we've shuffled our deck, and yeah, so let's see what happens here. So we're gonna actually have a die in here, because you gotta keep track of our counters, right? So here we go. We're gonna draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, nice. So you have Royal Magical Library, which is what you want to have in the beginning. Alright, here we go. Let me alright, my bad guys, the video froze for some reason. Anyways, okay, so here's our hand, right? We have Royal Magical Library, which is really good. So let's go ahead and start by playing Royal Magical Library. So now every time a spell activates, we're going to be putting 1 counter on this. So Upstart Goblin, your opponent gains 1,000. And we get to draw 1 card. Now we have that. Next, I would activate Terraforming to get ourselves a pseudo space. So let's get pseudo space. There it is. There we go. Shuffle these bad boys. Alright, so we got our pseudo space. So now we have 2. Next, I would just activate pseudo space and get 3. Where's the 3? Right here. So now we activate this, draw 1. Okay, so what I would do next is activate pseudo space again. So then we have 1, we get Cursed Bamboo, we get 2, and then we activate Golden Bamboo Sword, which gets us 3 counters, and we draw 2. And look at that. Okay, so what I would do now is activate Magical Stone Excavation, which, wait, so we have, did I use that already? No, so I haven't used this. So let's get rid of that, draw 1, activate Magical Stone Excavation, get rid of these 2 cards, and then we get our Bamboo Sword, which we activated Magical Stone, and then we activate this. So now we have 2, and we draw 2. We get our Pendulum card, we put it right here. This gets 3 now. Get rid of this to draw 1. Activate Pot of Duality to get to look at the top 3 cards, and then we choose 1. I would choose, this is hard actually. So we have 3 on that. Let's get I have no idea. This is hard actually. Okay, so we have our Cursed Bamboo Sword. So we would want to get a spell card. We have Magical Stone. So let's go ahead and get I don't know. This is hard. Okay, so let's get Let's get the left arm. Let's see what happens. Let's just get the left arm. So let's just shuffle this. And we cannot special summon anymore because of the effect of Pot of Duality. And just split it. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces of Exodia and Magical Stone Excavation. We activate this, get rid of 3 to draw 1. Activate this, each player draws 1, and we take no more damage. Ooh, this is really good, guys. So we activated 1 day apiece, so we have that. All right, so now we're gonna pretty much activate 2 of these and get 3. So we're gonna activate Tune Table of Contents to get Tune Table of Contents, which will activate again. So now we have 3. And we'll get Tune Table of Contents. Let's just take 1 step at a time. So we'll get Tune Table of Contents, right? The worst thing we could do is draw blue eyes, like naturally. So let's hope we don't draw blue eyes. Okay, so this is what we have now. Okay, so we activate this, draw 1, Dark World Dealings, beautiful. We activate Tune to get 1 counter and to get our blue eyes, our Tune blue eyes. So where's that bad boy at? Tune blue eyes is right here. So now we have cards that we can get rid of for Magical Stone Excavation. Alright, then we split. I always like to split even though we're like our opponent isn't doing that. But yeah, just know that they're always going to be splitting. So I guess I would activate this actually. So we draw 1 and discard 1. I would discard let's discard Tune blue eyes. So we activated Dark World Dealing, so that gives us 2. Then we activate Golden Bamboo Sword, which lets us draw 2. And then we get 3. Activate this to draw 1. So now we have Royal Magical Library again in our hand. I would say if we have 3 or more cards, activate this one. We get 1. Get to draw 1 card. Activate Double Summon. Now we have 2. Summon Royal Magical Library. Honestly, activate Magical Mallet, guys. Wait, did we get another? Did we get another one because of double summon? I literally forgot. Let me rewatch. Alright guys, so we did actually draw, we did count this one. So yeah, anyways, let's activate Magical Mallet to get 3 on here, and we're gonna shuffle these 3 cards into our deck, and we're gonna draw 3. So honestly, I don't think there's anything bad that could happen after this. We're really close to, unless we draw all 3 pieces of Exodia, that would be kind of bad. So let's draw 3. Okay, Card of Demise. This is beautiful. So pretty much, so before we activate anything, let's get rid of this guy. And remember, this one has 1 actually. So this one has 1 because of Magical Mallet. So we got rid of those to get this card. Okay. So now, okay, it's hard to keep track of, bro. If it's hard to keep track of 1, it's gonna be hard to keep track of 2. So let's see here. We're going to okay, so check this out, guys. We're going to activate Cursed Bamboo Sword to get this card back to our hand. So now this has 2 and this has 1. And then we're going to activate Cursed Bamboo Sword again to equip to this one. And now this has 3 and this has 2. So let's go ahead and get rid of this to draw 1. Oh no, this is not good. So we're gonna set this card, and then we're gonna activate Card of Demise over here to draw until we have 3 cards. So there we go. Now this has 3. We're gonna go ahead and activate this to draw 1, and this has 2. Okay, so 2 Dark World Dealings. That's not that good. Okay. Oh, I know what we should do. So let's activate Gold Moon Coin, which gives us 3, and this one has 2. We give these 2 to our opponent, and then we draw 2. Nice. Okay, so that's that. I think we get to get rid of this now and draw 1 card. So now we have 3 pieces, guys. This is pretty good. So I would say let's activate Broken Bamboo Sword, equip it to this guy. So now this has 3. Get rid of this to get 1. Oh my lord. Okay, so then I activate Golden Bamboo Sword to give this one 3, and then to draw 2. Alright, so this is not that good. We already have all of our equipped spells, and we have Hidden Armory, which is not useful to us. But before we activate anything, let's go ahead and get rid of these 3 and put the 2 on this side so we could draw 1. Activate Pseudo Space to give this 3. Then we activate this to draw 1. Oh, beautiful. Oh, bro, this is nice right here. So pretty much activate Magical Stone, get rid of these 2 to get back our Golden Bamboo Sword, which is over here. So now this has 3. Now we activate this to draw 1. And literally, so we activated this one to draw 1, and we put this on 2 over here. We could just activate Cursed Bamboo Sword, equip it to one of these, and this has 3 again. Get rid of this, and then we draw 1. Ta-da! And that's how we win. We literally drew our whole deck, guys. But as you can see, there's like we didn't have to stop for anything, which is really good. The worst case scenario is where we activate Magical Mallet and we get nothing but Exodia pieces. So just remember to shuffle your deck real good. But yeah, guys, there you go. That was actually really good. And you know what? The first time when I was trying out this deck, the same thing happened. Literally, I won by just shuffling and keeping these cards. And this is obviously if they don't have Effect Veiler or, you know, an Ash card. Because once that happens, you're pretty much done. So, you know, just believe in the heart of the cards. Try to get Exodia ASAP Rocky, and you'll be good. And you know, you're always, let's say you want to take a more like you actually want to have monsters on the field and stuff. That's when I would put in our Blue Eyes. I would probably have Blue Eyes extra deck cards, which I mean I don't have any. That's why I don't have them there. But I'll probably have like I guess if you're trying to last a little bit longer, I would have Spell Absorption, Monster Reborn. I would have Trade In. I would have these cards in there. Not really, maybe not these cards. Yeah, just so you can have stronger cards on the field, which would be Blue Eyes. And yeah, guys, I mean, I don't know. Let me know if you guys like this deck profile. Let me know if you guys want to see more. I have 2 more decks here. This is my DDD deck, and then this is my Despia Albaz deck. It's more of a budget version, but it works. It's pretty good. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see these. I'll probably post them later. But yeah, so that was our Exodia. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what cards I should add. If there's any cards that you guys think are better than others, let me know, you know. I welcome a lot of different ideas, you know. So I watched like 3 different deck profiles before building my own, and I mean, I added my own kind of twist to this as well. I added, for example, Hidden Armory. That's not really a card that people have. I mixed in like the Toon cards with the, you know, with Gold Moon Coin and all that. Anyways, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. Please make sure to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear what you guys think about this deck. Hey guys, so something that I forgot to mention was that because this deck is really vulnerable to hand traps and like impermanence and effect veiler and stuff, I think that this Exodia deck would be best using like in those underdog tournaments where they kind of ban those cards, and you pretty much have like a path already to victory if you use this deck. So yeah, I would say use this deck for those kinds of tournaments. And yeah, let me know how you do. Anyways, that was one of the things I forgot to mention. But yeah guys, alright, I'll catch you later. Peace.